Welcome, and good morning, and welcome to the Tri-State Traffic Show here live on YouTube and Facebook. We're up and running now for this Wednesday, December the 14th, 2022. I'm O'Don here in the Tri-State Traffic Show Traffic Center. We welcome you to the big broadcast here for a Wednesday, and it is a mess. And we've got a couple of big issues to get to here this morning, especially for our friends out on Long Island, where the southern states still remains closed here with a big crash. We'll get to that in a moment. Let's do the housekeeping matters first. We are live again on Facebook and YouTube. Comment section is going to be open here in about 30 seconds or so. Please go ahead and join the conversation. We'll be up until about 9 o'clock or so here this morning. Jump in. Tell us where you're watching us from. Let us know what your morning commute is looking like, and maybe some help could be in order for some. Again, like and subscribe to the Tri-State Traffic Show on YouTube, also onto the Facebook page as well. Hit the like buttons on the videos for YouTube. It just helps the algorithm that I still, to this day, still cannot figure out how that all works. But that's what the YouTubers say, smash the like button and all that kind of fun stuff. So anyway, if you could do that, that would be great. We're at 124 subscribers, going for 200 subscribers in 200 days, 200 episodes, 200 episodes. So we're at episode 138 now, coming into the Kenilworth area along the Garden State Parkway here in New Jersey. So anyway, please do join us. We appreciate everybody who will be taking the ride with us here for a Wednesday morning. All right, so let's get to the action, because as I mentioned here at the top of the show, comments are now open, and I can close it up. Let's see here. Alexander, happy Wednesday from New York City. Happy Wednesday to you. Thanks lots. Thanks so much for joining us here this morning. Let's do this. Let's put our banners in. I think I kind of like the idea of all four of the sponsors here at the bottom, just to kind of give some equal love to everybody there, and then we'll go into some full sponsors as well. You know what? We'll briefly hit that just to make you aware of the situation on the southern, and then we're going to go to James Gause there in the weather center, the outdoor weather center here this morning for a look of the forecast. All right, so let's bring in the maps. We've got the westbound side of the southern is closed at a pretty key juncture here, as a misplaced tractor trailer struck the overpass out between Peninsula Boulevard and Eagle Avenue. So let's go to the cameras. And this is really jacking traffic up pretty bad. I was actually expecting a lot worse of a delay behind it. But again, friends, we are in a situation where we're, a week and a half from Christmas. Hanukkah is coming up as well. I believe Hanukkah starts on Sunday. So there are a lot of our friends using that PTO and, taking some time off. So there's the full closure here of the southern. This is westbound at Peninsula Boulevard and exit 19. Obviously, you clearly see it there. So you can't get past exit 19 on that westbound side. Let's see if we can actually see the tractor trailer. Oh, wow. Look at that. All right, let's see if they go back to it. Okay, now they're going to show me the eastbound side. That's it. There we go. I don't think my good friend Omar is working here this morning. I think he's probably off the clock. I think he does overnights. But there it is. That's the reason why tractor trailers, commercial vehicles are not allowed on parkways in New York State, because of that, exactly what you're saying. The GPS probably more than likely wandered the driver onto the Southern State Parkway. Boy, there is just nothing left of that roof of the tractor trailer. Look at that. Wow. A lot of times what they'll do is deflate the tires to actually get it unstuck from underneath the overpass. And obviously, who knows what was in it, but That's all having to be offloaded. So this one's probably, I would say this is probably going to be out there the rest of at least into the mid-morning hours, because I would imagine they'll have to do some safety inspections of the bridge itself to make sure there's no structural damage to it. But you can see it's cold out here as the emergency workers are all bundled up. Now, speaking of that, we'll get back to this in a second. Let's stick to the schedule here with our weather forecast, and let's bring in James Gause from the Rutgers Weather Watchers Group. James, good morning.
Hi, Don. This is Weather Watcher James Gause bringing you the weather update from here in Boucle Park in New Brunswick, New Jersey, just outside of Rutgers. Looking at the current temperatures, it is roughly 41 degrees right now, but it feels a little colder due to the wind that is blowing through this area. Not too strong, maybe 5-6 miles an hour tops. And that's about the same conditions expected for the rest of the state and the tri-state area. The temperature gradient is pretty consistent, lining up with these sunny skies. No fronts or actions moving on right now. We are seeing some mid to high 40s in the southern portion of New Jersey. Right here in New Brunswick, we are seeing 41, as I said. Northern portion of the state is up around 36. In Sussex, 39. In Chester, we are seeing Milford expecting temperatures in the high 40s, and Long Island is in the 40s as well. Looking for your commute for tomorrow. It is going to be sunny all day, no chance of rain at all. Just pack your sunglasses and you'll be fine. Back to you, Don.
Thank you, James. Nice job there out in the Alfresco Weather Center. I kind of do like that look. Let me know in the comments what you think of that. But nice job, Jimmy. All right, so we're here back on the Southern State Parkway. This is the westbound side with that tractor trailer cream the overpass near the Eagle Avenue overpass. This Eagle Avenue overpass, I'm sure, probably claims probably a half dozen commercial vehicles a year. It's just GPS sometimes, just most of the time, I think it just doesn't really tell you, or the drivers just ignore it and completely think that, get underneath it. There is no way. I mean, this elevation, the elevation there, I believe that says 8.4 or 8.1. I mean, somebody's, let's say 6'5" or so, could probably more than likely reach and touch the top of the undercarriage of the overpass here. So, all right, so we see the damage there, and that's still being worked on. Now let's go through the delay behind it. I really was thinking this was going to be more catastrophic than anything else, but what's kind of saving this is that a lot of this traffic is bailing here at the Meadowbrook, and that's why the Meadowbrook is so heavy heading north here, south of the Southern, because they're all merging in with all this traffic that's not going to go any further than exit 19, and they're all going to take it up here. Even the Northern state maybe picking up a little more traffic on the westbound side here after you get off of the Meadowbrook, which is understandable. People are looking to travel west into Queens, and Hempstead Turnpike is also picking up a ton of traffic as well, heading through Hempstead here this morning. So that's probably a little bit heavier than what it should be for normal times. Most part, people are just, obviously they're being forced off of Peninsula Boulevard. They're trying to take it up to Hempstead Turnpike and then continue west. So that's a major no-go. While we're here on the island, we'll take a look at the LIE going west out by 135 is heavy, and then into the Northern State Connector. Again, some of this is alternate volume. Folks are making their way up to the Northern and the LIE heading westbound this morning as they are merging in with that traffic on the westbound side. So that is going to be a little bit difficult. Okay. More delays on the Southern going west into 110. LIE pockets of delays here west. It's about 62 or so, 61 on over towards 57, then again into 55 from Motor Parkway, Deer Park Avenue. Again, this is just all normal stuff, friends. Eastbound, some sun glare and just volume through Hampton Bays, Southampton, Watermill, Bridgehampton. Okay. Now we got to go to Route 3 because we've got an issue here with a water main break and these temperatures. I have 31 in central Jersey now. So we are going to be looking at some icing conditions as well. The old Berries Creek Bridge. About 3 people know where the Berries Creek Bridge is. No one knows what the Berries Creek Bridge is. I wish they would just put that verbiage in better terms. It's east of Route 17. This is all jammed up. That's just jacked up. They probably got this camera turned around. They don't even have the camera working. Of course not. Why would it work? Why would that camera work? Why? Why? And that's not Orient Way. That's Patterson Plank Road. We back as far as 21. Camera's not working either. Wow. Let's go to the maps now. We'll just map it out. So it's right here. It's just literally in front of MetLife. This is the Berries Creek, is right here. Berries Creek. Like I said, there's about 3 people who know where that is. Myself, Tommy Casola, and Jeff Jensen. We're probably the only 3 who know where the Berries Creek Bridge is. We'll throw Bernie Wagon Blast in there as well. But so that turnpike camera is pretty much exactly just about in that spot because that camera is located right about here. That's where probably would have seen the water main. Now, unless for some reason the camera is out because of the water main, it's possible. Try it again. Sometimes they pop back in. Oh, come on. The 120 camera. Oh, what is going on with this thing? Let's try the 17. Let's see. 17 at 120. That's the other side. 17 at 1. We've already seen that. It's just all shot, jacked, and tuned there. That's not going to help us. Okay, so let's go back here now that we know what we're dealing with. The turnpike here, outer roadway, truck lanes north, south of 14. Well, friends, we know we have a camera there. It's in here somewhere, I think. I don't think this camera works. This is 104.5, so it's a little bit further north. So it's between just as you come into 14 on the truck side. It's way off in the distance there. Here. Again, our delay is just back to Route 21. So it's kind of like a normal delay, 2 degree. But there's just, it's probably going to run you at least another, if you're coming in from Clifton, Little Falls, Nutley, Bloomfield, it's probably going to run you at least another 20 minutes or so to get to the Lincoln Tunnel. There's the turnpike crash here heading north. Wow, it is a real horror show out here this morning. Again, I think the PTO is playing into it because I think a lot of folks are taking Thursdays and Fridays off now. Again, next week should be fairly quiet. I mean, should be very, very light. Come probably after Tuesday, things are going to really lighten up. Okay, so we've got those issues there. There was one other incident here on 19 Express Lanes North at Newark Liberty. Those cameras, I don't think those cameras even work, but we'll see. Well, yeah, it is actually one of the newer cameras. That's heading north here to local lanes, all jacked. There's your crash. That looks like it's on the express side. Yeah, express lanes north. Yep, there it is. Where's that camera? Oh, car's fully, completely turned around now. There's like, well, I think these vehicles kind of jump the median. Now, why would they do that if they're right here at the accident? That doesn't make any sense. I had a feeling that's police there. These two vehicles, this vehicle looks like maybe it was involved in the crash. That looks like an SUV. SUVs are all over the place. They're a dime a dozen, but whether that was involved in the wreck as well, I don't know. So yeah, so that's another area. Tension once again, right in here out by the airport. So again, if you're coming in from Elizabeth or Southern Union County, Linden, Broadway, Clark, Cranford, um, you know, be careful along 19. Again, now two of your main routes to get to Newark Liberty going north, coming up from the south, are all jacked up. So Parkway also very busy into Cranford and then again into 22. But 22 looks to be fine. I think it's well worth it to save the $2 there. Why pay to go to 78 when you take 22? It's going to take you to the exact same place but free. Okay, so let's just kind of run down the delays here. We'll start up north. Big accident here north along 208 Ewing Avenue. I would imagine that some may be late for class at Ramapo High School. Going north there at 208. Hopefully the if you have an English class, hopefully the supervisor of English will be fairly lenient because of the crash if you're late to class. um so again, northbound 208 is, I mean, that is really heavy here. I wonder what the extent of this damage is here, all the way back to Cedar Hill Avenue. So again, friends, if you're watching us in the southern section of Wyckoff into Fair Lawn, Glen Rock, you may want to get off at Cedar Hill or even Grandview, really, and take Wyckoff Avenue. And then take the back roads back on over to Ramapo. Take it to Russell and then come down to Franklin Lake Road, or just get off at Grandview and then just go right for Franklin Lake Road itself. Could be a Sycamac Road. I'm sorry. Could be the easier ride just to get to the high school. Again, I think actually Ramapo has already started. I think they start at 7:30. Anyway, so that's a big wreck there. Going south of the pretty much Cedar Hill Avenue, I'm sorry, all the way down into Fair Lawn. That's normal. 17 is all jacked up both ways in Rochelle Park. 80 through Patterson. That's all tuned up. Eastbound 46 heavy here. Eastbound 80, it's a lot of sun glare through Little Falls, Woodland Park. You know, 46 is much better than it was yesterday. It was just hammered till about 10, 11 o'clock in the morning with that accident investigation, getting into Chapin Road there in Pine Brook. 80 going east is heavy here, a lot of sun glare, and then exiting for 280 is all tuned up as well. 80 going east, a ton of sun glare here from 30 all the way through 39, give or take. If you give me one moment, I need to do one thing here. Pardon me. There we go. Sorry about that. Um, One moment. All right. Sorry about that, friends. Just getting some real time updates on our water main break here this morning. I think I may have an update on our 208 crash as well. So yeah, it's a pretty deal, big deal. Um, one second. No update on no update on the 208 crash. So thought that was coming in hot, but so it looks like they shut the water off. Let's be honest, I was looking at some other media there for a moment. Just wanted to see if I get some visuals as far as exactly where it was, and it's exactly what I told you it was, right off the Berries Creek Bridge. Going east. So it's just before that turnpike approach, the exit for the turnpike. So it could be, even if you're sitting in it, it could be a little difficult to get off for the turnpike. East on 80, again, a lot of sun glare getting through Rockaway, and Denville. Eastbound 24 all tuned up into Florham Park. And then again, both ways at the mall at Short Hills. Westbound 78 is heavy here as we progress out towards, basically Vauxhall Road, and then we'll take it out to Western Jersey. Things are fine at 80 and 78. I know we're kind of all over the place here at 806. I apologize for that, but again, I'm just trying to get some real-time updates there on the water main break. 287 coming right off of southbound 440 is all backed up here. Just a lot of heavy traffic getting in through the Edison area, both ways. Exits like exit 2, just north of 27. Then to get into exit 12 in Boundbrook is heavy. Through the Somerville traffic circle is crowded. Other direction there. 18 is all jacked up both ways out by Edgeboro Road. I don't know if Connor is on the line with us here this morning, but possibly classes there at, I don't know, possibly classes at Middlesex County are done for the year. I don't know. Or it's Middlesex College. Excuse me. We're leaving the word county out of it now. Route 1 a little busy and just north of Meadow Road, and then 295 is really busy. Okay, wow, almost all the way back from 195. There's a crash just before Route 1. Aha. Let's see if this is updated or not. I know we're concentrating on New Jersey, but again, it is just, we'll get through it all. It's the reason why you come to the Tri-State Traffic Show, is to get the most in-depth coverage of what's going on instead of the 45 seconds that many other media will just give you, and you're lucky you get that, because it's a lot more complex. There's a lot more, to be perfectly blunt, there's a lot more to that water main break on eastbound 3 than what some are really telling you as far as how to navigate through it or how to get around it. So there's the northbound side of 295 at Sloan. We're back to 33. Yeah, that's a busy ride. Let's do this. Look at that travel time now. Let's see. Interstates 295. It's going to run you about probably another 10, 15 minutes there on the northbound side from 60 to 67. And again, that's certainly not what you're expecting coming off of 195. 29 heavy into the Trenton Tunnel. That's obvious. That's pretty much par for the course. A lot of heavy traffic here on 295 between exits 26 through 30, and then 4255 is busy. Ben Franklin and the Philly, that's crowded. Not just heard. I feel like I'm so far behind the project, but the City Tavern, big fan of Walter Staub and A Taste of History, the chef. He was the chef at the City Tavern. He unfortunately closed the City Tavern actually 2 years ago. Didn't even know that. Watch that program all the time. Very great program, especially, coming from New Jersey, anywhere in this tri-state area. There's so much history of Revolutionary War, 18th century type cooking, 18th century history. It's just fascinating. A lot of the stuff, and it's an excellent program, great program. But just heard that City Tavern is no longer open. So Cape May County, all is going to be clear. All right, so let's go back to the comments here. Yeah, Connor is on the line. Good morning, sir. He is running behind schedule due to an important meeting. All right. But 18 is definitely busy, my friend. So watch for that. Let's go to, I don't want to close. Oh no, we'll do this here. Let's go to the city incident page. See what we got. Probably mass chaos. No, it's just the George Washington Bridge. They're just saying is delayed, but what else is new, right? Little blip of Parkway traffic there in Lakewood. So we go to the eastbound Staten Island Expressway, pretty much end to end now from the West Shore across to Verrazano, and then east on the belt into Bay 8th Street. That is busy. This westbound side of the belt is really heavy, coming in from, I'd say Rockaway Parkway all the way through to Ocean Parkway, Cropsey Avenue. Inbound Gowanus is all tuned up, getting through Industry City, all the way into the BQE or onto the BQE. Battery Tunnel is about 15 or so. Southbound, normal stuff at the LIE. Midtown Tunnel is probably running about 45 minutes, half an hour, between 30 and 40 minutes. I mean, it is just jacked up. Ed Koch is probably about 10 minutes now, picking up some alternate volume from the tunnel. North on the FDR is heavy here from the 40s all the way up into the, I guess, like the 70s or so. West side is really crowded all the way back from the George Washington Bridge. Again, we'll get to the numbers of the Hudsons in a minute. The westbound cross Bronx straight from the Bruckner all the way to the George. That's, well, we can take a look at those times as well. Southbound Bruckner heavy elevated section here, coming right back to the interchange. Northbound Bruckner extension, as I call it, heavy on up into the Hutch. Look at this. Deegan is just, whew, man, the Deegan is backed all the way to Empire City. That's how heavy that is, getting all the way out to Bronx Community College, Sawmill down to 9A. Into the Henry Hudson is busy. Bronxboro Parkway, some pockets of delays, but everything coming south here is just all fired up. I mean, it is bad. Westbound Cross County into the Sawmill. East on the Cross County is busy as we make our way to, basically the Hutch. Wow, man, this is a ton of traffic. Again, I think a lot of folks are just trying to get things done now and just looking to take that time off. LIE West is busy from the Clearview all the way through to Queens Boulevard. Normal eastbound delays. Look at the Grand Central. You can't even move here between the interchange between Kew Gardens and the Clearview. Southbound Whitestone Expressway heavy right off the bridge through Flushing, getting out to City Field onto the westbound Grand Central. Southbound Cross Island can't move here through Bayside Marina. All the way out to the LIE, and then we go north on the Cross Island, is crowded from the southern all the way up to, well, basically the northern state. I think some friends here are bailing out from this delay, from the delay on the eastbound Rubberneckers here at 18, and they're going to venture up to the northern state instead of getting involved in Jericho Turnpike or Hempstead Turnpike or Hillside Avenue just to avoid the traffic lights. They're going to venture on up into the northern state to take care of that. Van Wyck is heavy both ways at Hillside Avenue, but when is that never an issue? West on the Belt is busy out through Kennedy Airport. Man, there's a little ton of traffic. All right, 2 minutes. We're going to take a quick break, and we will head to the weather centre. Let's dial in Connecticut. My friends there. Okay, so Art Vandelay. This is surprising a little lighter than what I was thinking it's going to be here, comparatively speaking to the rest of the area. 825 south into 95 is heavy. We'll go south of about 20 through 11 is busy, and then from 9 on over towards 6, that is going to be crowded. Merritt Parkway going south as you get out towards 41 into 36, and a little bit of crowding here at about 44 or so. To look for that, but boy, that actually doesn't look bad at all. I think Connecticut may be the best of the bunch here. South here on the Sprain, looks like we've got a hit. Let's go to the Hudson Valley incident page. We'll get to Jimmy Gause, JG, Justin Godnick, James Gregorio, and Jimmy Gause. 2 Jimmys and a Justin. Sounds like a new show, right? Let's see. Sprain, broken down vehicle 100C. Sprain, crash. There is 2 lanes are shut. That's the deal. East Main Street. So let's do this. Let's go to Jimmy in the weather center, and then I can see if I can find the this crash here. All right, Jimmy, take it away.
Hi, Don. I'm Weather Watcher James Gause, bringing you the forecast here in Buccleuch Park in New Brunswick, New Jersey, just outside of Rutgers. Currently, it is 41 degrees. The sun is shining, and it feels a little colder. The breeze is between 5 and 8 miles an hour, so it feels like it's high 30s here at least. Looking at the temperatures ranging across the tri-state area, we are seeing mid to high 40s in southern New Jersey, low 40s right here around New Brunswick, high 30s in northern New Jersey. We're seeing low 40s on Long Island and low 40s to high 30s around the southern Connecticut area. Looking for what's going to be going on in the rest of the week. We are expecting rain to come through at least to this portion of New Jersey Thursday afternoon, 2 p.m. It's expected to hit. It's moving from west to east, and it will continue to Long Island and Connecticut as it goes. It's expected to clear out overnight on Friday for a clear and dry weekend ahead. Back to you, Don.
Thank you, JG, my friend, in the outdoor weather center. I kind of like that look. Let me know in the comments if you do as well. I think it kind of gives a different feel to it with that bright sunshine out there. Again, it's got definitely a chilly feel. Maybe we'll bring up our temperature map here in just a moment because they're having still some trouble with their graphics systems. So, first of all, let's just check in on our. Man, holy smokes. I mean, I would love to see some dash cam if there was one in the front of that cab when the driver hit that overpass and you hear this loud. They should put cameras on either side of this overpass just as, I don't know. I'm not even sure what you could call it. I mean, somebody I think has oh, goodness gracious. There's some YouTube channel. It's like, I think the name of the channel is like 11 foot 1 and under or something like that. And it's just like the static camera of this bridge that seems to get creamed on a regular basis. It's pretty nuts. Hold on one second. It's pretty crazy when you're looking at that camera and how much damage. And thankfully, hopefully no one was injured. That's, what we, that's what we hope and pray for, that no one was hurt. But looking at that, I'm kind of thinking the only thing maybe that may be in some serious hurt is the overpass, unfortunately. We want to go to, well, first of all, I want to go to this Deegan here. I mean, no. Square. Again, you see the sponsors at the bottom. We'll do a full sponsorship for everybody here at 8:45. We'll dial that in. I have spoken to Darley again. We are in contact, and it looks like hopefully we'll be able to plan out our interview for, I'm thinking let's first, again, coming off the new year, maybe that Thursday, Friday. I'm going to record. It won't be live because I want to give it the time that I've been excited to do an interview with Darley since we got started in May. So I don't want to time frame it between the New Jersey morning show. I don't want to say, hey, I want to leave plenty of extra travel time, extra conversation time, just to let the conversation flow naturally. So maybe I'm going to definitely record it. It's not going to be live. So hopefully I can record it on Thursday or that Friday. And my hopes is to maybe get it on the air for us on if she's available that first Thursday or Friday of January, maybe get it on the air the following Wednesday or Thursday on the channel. Maybe do a quick edit on it and put it on. So it's sometime in that time frame, the first 2 weeks between that and the third week of January, because I don't want to get too far into January. Or because I want to, hopefully I can do some help in promoting the program for Darley, which is going to drop in January. She didn't have an exact date yet, but it is incoming. So there's our crash on the Sprain Brook Parkway. here just before 287. It's all dialed out back to the Taconic. It's all tuned up. Eastbound 287, a lot of sun glare into Elmsford between exits 2 out through 5, and then the Sawmill a little heavy here through Ardsley. Tappan Zee Bridge, it doesn't look bad. Just kind of coming off the bridge, just maybe a little sluggish. Southbound Thruway a little heavy here from 13 down to 12. And let's go up to Orange and Rockland counties, 84, Route 6, the Thruway, Beacon Bridge, all the way through to Brewster is fine, even into Katona, a little sluggish here on 22, but really that's going to be about it. All right, so let's do this before the computer literally explodes. Thank you, Connor, for the recommendations there. I just haven't had a concerted time frame to sit and go through all of that, but I will. So the George Washington Bridge, will average it out to about 45 to 50, a little heavier on the lower than the upper. Lincoln getting closer to the hour mark, and about 20 to 25 here at the Holland Tunnel. Let's do this now. Let's bring in transit, see how things are. Boy, it's got to be really cold on those platforms this morning. Even that Smith Street, the highest subway station in the world, at 230 some odd feet. 902 arrival in the Hoboken, Montclair, up to 25 minutes late. Morrison, Essex, 831 into Burnsville is operating on or close. Okay, 741 departure from Lake Apacon is canceled. And the River Line, subject to 15 minutes delays, both directions due to an earlier broken down train at Pennsauken. That is Pennsauken. We go to the PATH trains. See what we've got here. Um, 33 minutes ago, Norfolk World Trade, Journal Square, 33rd, delayed. Signal switch problem being investigated between Journal Square and Grove Street. Apologize for the inconvenience. Like I said, at least they're nice about it, right? Let's see what we got here. MTA 236F and M, 4 and 5. Plan reroute on the D. SIR, expect delays with that potential slippery rail condition. And I think that may be slowly easing out as the leaves are dissipating. Long Island Railroad is good. We've got some delays in the Waterbury branch. 636 train from Waterbury to Bridgeport is operating 50 to 55 minutes late. Wow, that's a big one. Almost an hour delay there because of mechanical issues. And speaking of Metro North, I believe, I'm trying to think. Metro North or Long Island Railroad, one of the two. I think it's Metro North, actually. Or he maybe worked for the subways for city transit. Metal Mike Haggerty. Big hello to Metal Mike. I know his buddy Freddie works for Metro North. Freddie for 20 some odd years, same with Mike. And Metal Mike is one of the individuals who's now a supervisor, which is great, who oversees these delays here that you see. 10 to 15 minutes late because of mechanical issues. You actually may even hear them at some of the stations when there's some delays that ensue. So, yeah, wow. Mike and Freddie for, what is it, going on, almost 22 years. Wow. Two of the greatest people on the planet. It doesn't get any better than Freddie and Mike. So, Hank and, oh my gosh, Billy Mosier. I'd love to get all these guys on. These are all traffic legends in this business. I would love to get them all on for just like a half an hour, just all like guest starring on the program, like the Love Boat, or Cannon, or Barnaby Jones, Tonight's guest stars, Hank McAllen. I digress from my 70s television. Mannix is another good one, too. One of these channels shows Mannix like every night for 2 hours. I mean, I can't imagine how many episodes of Mannix there actually are in the can. There's probably a good 5 or 6 seasons, but I think Mannix has kind of a bullet vibe to it. And again, some of it's the music by Lalo Schifrin, who wrote the amazing score to the movie Bullet and so many other amazing TV and movie scores. But he was the scored the theme song for Mannix, but it kind of had like a bit of a Steve McQueen Bullet vibe to it. For some reason, I thought that they were redoing Bullet. I think they are. And to be honest with you, I think it's a J.J. Abrams vehicle. I'm not 1,000% sure, but I feel like it is. I'll have to look that up. Anyway, we digress. Let's just widen up the maps now. Let's go back here because I wanted to give you some travel times. Arterial travel routes. Arterial. Select roadway type. Why is there a drop down menu? Does this even work? Let's see. Ah, there we go. And again, since we have not been on since they changed to cashless tolling at the Lincoln Tunnel, by now, if you're a regular driver of the Lincoln Tunnel, you already know it. But it's interesting that they are collecting the toll on the Manhattan side, not on the Jersey side. So that's the only one of the crossings, any of the crossings across the Hudson, that's on the Manhattan side, which leads me to believe makes things interesting that they're doing that. Who's to say that they don't put up the gantry at the entry to the Holland Tunnel, because there's plenty of room for it, that you pay the toll, that they're going to clip you for another toll going back to New Jersey. I could easily see that coming. And same thing at the Lincoln. George, I could be a little trickier maybe, but maybe not. You know, technology is there. Let's see, route. Let's see what Route 46 is. The only travel time they've got. Come on, we can do better than that. 0.2 mile. Why would you want a travel time of 0.2 of a mile? Unreal. This is a little bit more like it. Route 1. Okay. I can bring that into the conversation. Route 9. Urmston Road to 35. That's a decent benchmark. State routes. Let's see. Wow, there's a lot. Wow, Route 24 has got travel times. Look at that. Brook Lake Road to the Turnpike via 78, 14 miles. Who in the hell knows where Brook Lake Road is? That's like right in the middle. And they're actually installing traffic cameras on 24. I saw the pole and the gantries there for 2. And there's going to be 2 at the 287 interchange. And I feel like there needs to be, I would imagine that they'll eventually make their way down to the interchange with Kennedy Parkway and the Short Hills Mall. And 124 there in Chatham and Short Hills, because that's another dial out spot as well. As you get up the hill into Summit, I got a feeling you're going to get some blowback from the residents of Short Hills and Summit that they're thinking that the camera's going to be looking in their windows. Again, that is part of the reason why the Merritt Parkway doesn't have any cameras, because of the community blowback. 7. Okay. Antiana, Buenos Dias from sunny but frigid Homedale. I just emailed you a Christmas tree picture. Excellent. Let me see if I can bring that in. What kind of temperature do you think you got down there, Anna? I'm thinking into the 27, 26, 27. Bring your picture up here in a second. Let's go to the observation list. This isn't down the shore just yet, but let me get your photo, Anna. Let's see. We want to. I think Alexandra, I think you sent me a photo of your Christmas setup. If others have a photo, certainly email it to me at tristatetrafficshow@gmail.com. We will bring that into the conversation. Connor, I don't know if you have some holiday decorations you may be able to share with us. Let me see if I can bring this in now. Uh, hard drive. That's my fault. The external hard drive's got to spin up because it may be thinking I'm pulling something from the hard drive. All right, so let's bring in Anna's tree. Oh wow, look at that, beautiful. Wow, that is very nice, Anna. The soldier, the nutcracker. Wow, look at that. Well, that must take a. How long did that take you to set up? Is that a real tree or artificial? Wow, beautiful, Anna. Wonderful, wonderful. Love it. Um, take a look at some of the temps here now. Again, our clock is off because the Weather Service of all agencies that they did not set their clock back as the world did, or at least we did. So Kennedy at 31, 30 at Teterboro, 31 at Somerville. I'm surprised that reporting station is usually like in a valley somewhere. Farmingdale at 31, Trenton Mercer County at 27. Can go. Well, let's see what this is. This is down the shore here. AC at 25. Frigid start there. Dover Air Force Base 28. Ocean City at 28. 27. Trenton, Mount Holly at 29. We're all well below freezing. Millville at 25. Oof. Delmar coming in at 30. Let's bring Wildwood at 33. 28 in Ocean City again. 27 in Salisbury. 29 in Mount Holly. Let's go to Connecticut, Hudson Valley now. Bridgeport at 28. White Plains 27. New Haven Tweed at 31. Hudson Valley list. Monticello at 19. That's a wow. That's bone chilling right there. 19 at Newburgh Store, 24 at Montgomery, 26 at Poughkeepsie. Go out to Montauk. I would imagine that's warmer out in Montauk. 31 in Montauk. Again, you may have a little bit of the warmer water than the air temperature, kind of putting a little bit of blanket there. 27 at Block Island, 31 in Shirley, East Hampton at 29. So definitely a frigid start this morning. Let's see here. Alexandra says, love the tree and your decorations, Anna. Yeah, absolutely. Gorgeous. Wow. Stunning. Absolutely. Yep. Great job, you and your daughter. Very nice job. Let's see here now. Close out. Oh, I closed out the other window. Tomorrow I'll bring in I have a couple pictures of my tree. It's easier if I download them because I have to open up another Chrome user profile and whatever, and not the easiest thing in the world. Anyway, 8:34 is the time. 8:45, we'll do a final check of the weather, and we'll also do a full sponsorship here from all of our friends. I don't want to leave them out, but you see them at the bottom of the screen here. And look at this. I forgot to put my live banner in. I hate when it does that. When you bring in a photo or something else, it considers it like a banner. Streamer needs to get that. So let's go back to the incident page and we'll kind of do the circle around again. Westbound 80 west of 52. We've got a broken down vehicle there. Again, our water main break on Route 3. Express lanes north, south of 71. Maybe this camera on Route 4 is pivoted. Let's see. Well, this is showing the catastrophe to the bridge of close to an hour. 80 in Fairfield. This is west of 52 into Bridges Road, Two Bridges Road, Two Bridges. Bridges, you say? There it is. Look at that. Wow. Nice job, DOT. All fired up. Got the left lane shut there. Looks like the vehicle may have gone off the road slightly. And if I had to imagine, we were back to Route 23, which I'm right. Can't really see it, but it's that very slow traffic there on the far left. Anna says, thanks, Alexandra. Yeah, very nice. And Anna, is that a live tree? And a beautiful shape to the tree. Very nice. Giant nutcracker. That's gorgeous as well. That's a nice piece there. Okay, let's see. I want to dial in the Route 3 thing again because unfortunately, unfortunately, there really is not a whole hell of a lot that you really can. You could get off of Park Avenue and head through Rutherford like you're going to the train station. And actually, Alexandra, maybe you can help with this. This is in your neighborhood. And somehow make your way. This is a local deal here. Back over to 120, kind of backdooring it there on Hackensack Street. You come out to the train station, come this way and around. Bring that back to Patterson Avenue, back to 120, and then you could kind of cut out most of this and then just come back down 120 and reconnect here with Route 3. You could go west and you could still get off the turnpike if you needed to do that. But again, a lot of our friends here are trying to dodge the Route 3 thing, and then they're getting off on, well, at this point, this is 17 here. Surprisingly, that's Route 17, Rutherford Avenue. So they're bailing there at Park Ave, trying to get off and then making their way out to Route 17. Let's again back things up through 21. Unfortunately, these cameras, as we've brought them into the conversation, do not work. So this is the only one that works. And that's mediocre at best. Mediocre at best. Orient Way, that's not Orient Way. That's Patterson Plank Road. 21 is DOA. We go to the Parkway camera. That's gone as well. Okay. I guess frozen line, right? 8:39 is your time. We're live here on Facebook and YouTube. We're going to maybe a little after 9 o'clock or so. We're having some fun here this morning. If you have any holiday pictures, email them to me at tristatetrafficshow@gmail.com. Again, we'll be live the rest of the week, probably closer to 7:30. I think 7:30 is probably more realistic here, but we'll see if we can get on at 7 tomorrow and Friday. So we'll stick to the 7. Yeah, gives me a goal to shoot for, right? To be on by 7, not to be screwing around. Route 4 both ways here at Hackensack Avenue is busy. Let's dial in. So northbound 208 there at Ewing. That accident's gone, but 208 south here, Glen Rock into Fairlawn. That is still very, very busy, as to be expected. Both ways here at Route 20. That is crowded this morning. Again, 24 with some delays. Our turnpike crash looks like it's gone, but the damage done all the way back through 13 on the truck side. 287 again really seems to be just Mile out here. Go north of 62. They finally have it. I mean, we looked at that. We knew that there was a crash there like a half hour ago. So let's go back to the where am I going? What we were just looking at here. Maps. Cameras 287. 287 at 12. Let's do that. Go Easton Avenue. I don't think there's a camera at 12. Let's go north. Here, that's going to be going south on the left. I think it's just really just a lot of heavy traffic, quite honestly, coming through this stretch here. What you can do then both ways, just past 2 is busy. So 18 now. Looks like there may be a crash out by Route 1. Connor, if you're listening, hopefully you're past that point. 18 at Route 1. Where is it? See anything? So here it is at Naricon Plaza. Heading north here is just jacked up now, getting into Route 1. So they're saying crash on Route 18 south. No. Wait a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, wait a minute. Let's go to Route 1 again. Maybe that's what we were looking at here. I don't see anything. Do not see anything. Not see anything. Okay. And again, there's your 295 situation there, just by 62 or so. That's another crash there. That's not the initial one that we were looking at. So let's bring that in. 295 Sloan. Maybe Sloan's got it. No. 33. 195. That's under maintenance. Let's see here now. Okay. So we don't have a camera there, but 29 busy into the Trenton Tunnel. 4255, 295 still pretty sluggish. They just 30 down to the Aljo curve. Somers Point, AC, Ocean City, Sea Isle City, Wildwood, and Cape May. Little Egg Harbor Township, Beach Haven, Barnegat, Stafford, Toms River, Lakewood, Asbury Park, and Red Bank. All aboard. The western spur seems to be fairly busy. Going north, that's about some volume. People just seem to like the western spur a little bit better than the eastern spur. Inbound Skyway, obviously heavy. Let's dial in the bridges and tunnels again. We'll go to Jimmy G here, our Jimmy G2. About 40 to about 45 at the Lincoln, a half at the Holland. We'll put it at that, and about 40, average about 45 or a little, probably closer to 50 for the George. A little under an hour. Probably all told is going to be an hour. You know, all told is going to be an hour. Pretty much across the board there at our Hudson River crossings. All right, 8:45 is our time. I know I was kind of stalling for time there, but so be it. It's my show. Let's bring in James Gause for a last and final check of our weather. Jimmy, take it away.
Hi, Don. This is Weather Watcher James Gause bringing you the weather update from here in Boucle Park in New Brunswick, New Jersey, just outside of Rutgers. Looking at the current temperatures, it is roughly 41 degrees right now, but it feels a little colder due to the wind that is blowing through this area. Not too strong, maybe 5-6 miles an hour tops. And that's about the same conditions expected for the rest of the state and the tri-state area. The temperature gradient is pretty consistent, lining up with these sunny skies. No fronts or actions moving on right now. We are seeing some mid to high 40s in the southern portion of New Jersey. Right here in New Brunswick, we are seeing 41, as I said. Northern portion of the state is up around 36. In Sussex, 39. In Chester, we are seeing Milford expecting temperatures in the high 40s, and Long Island is in the 40s as well. Looking for your commute for tomorrow. It is going to be sunny all day, no chance of rain at all. Just pack your sunglasses and you'll be fine. Back to you, Don.
Thank you, Jimmy. Appreciate that, my friend, and all the great work that you and Johnny Rocco and all your great colleagues there at the Rutgers Weather Watchers doing a fine job for us, the Tri-State Traffic Show, also our local access partnership, which has been fantastic. So appreciate all the work there. So again, kind of bundle up here this morning with the colder temperatures, probably not the most conducive weather for ice cold ice cream, but who doesn't love ice cream, right? I mean, come on, let's get serious here. Ice cream is great, $365 a year. So the best ice cream in the land here is our good friend Ralph over the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. He is, I believe, going to be entering his 13th or 14th season. I think his first year was 2010. So I believe he'll be in his 13th year once he reopens. He's open now for another about 8 days or so. I'm sorry, 10 days. Excuse me. Today's the 14th. His final day for the season for the 2022 campaign will be on Christmas Eve. I believe it's 5, 6 o'clock, somewhere around that neighborhood, maybe 4 o'clock. He will be open till. So definitely get your ice cream fix on now. And again, head over to the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, load up your freezer with all this wonderful ice cream. It's certainly not going to go bad in the freezer in 2 months that Ralph does take some very well-deserved time off from the shop. I mean, this man works pretty much 7 days a week from essentially from mid-May, Memorial Day, straight through to Labor Day. 7 days a week. He's there every single day for 10, 12 hours at a clip. You know, he starts to pare it down a little bit after Labor Day. And, you know, once he gets the shop open, I'm thinking he's probably, I believe last year he came back just before St. Patrick's Day in the second week of March. So, but he also tailors it to the weather as well. You know, I mean, if it seems like we're having a fairly mild winter with fingers crossed, you know, and he's looking at the forecast and so forth, and it's starting to get into the 40s and maybe the 50s or so for some unknown reason, then he may open a little bit earlier. But I think the target date is just like the week before St. Patrick's Day, that second week of March. Takes him about a week to get the shop up and operational, turn the lights on, and get things all fired up. So I'm going to make it a plan to stop in and see Ralph here before he closes up shop for the season. There's that wonderful ice cream, cotton candy, peach mango. I mean, blood orange, just delicious stuff. Lemon sorbet. I don't know whether he has any of the sorbets left. Best idea is to call the shop, 908-272-3000. If you're looking for something in specific, he does have the Christmas holiday flavors. And we will bring in, let me, his Facebook page here momentarily. And we will take a look at, where's the list? Is this the list? There we go. Let me take this off here. There it is. There's our list. Peppermint bark, hot cocoa, eggnog chip, and gingerbread. So those are your 4 flavors here for the holidays. Delicious stuff. That eggnog chip is wild. Peppermint bark is I'm going to tell you right now, you really have to enjoy peppermint. You get the full ambiance, and the notes of the chocolate really resonate with the strong peppermint. It is strong and peppermint. If you like peppermint candies or whatever, that's the flavor for you. It is delicious. And so is the gingerbread. That's one of my favorites. I wish the gingerbread would stick around all year round, but I get that part of it, that, the reasons why. But gingerbread is one of my top five. One of my top five. I'm trying to think what my top five would be. I still like the party cake. The party cake, I think, is number one. Party cake is one. I would say gingerbread, probably, as Michael K. and Rosenberg say to LaGreco, who are you leaving out? Good question. I don't know. Party cake is definitely one for me. Pistachio is good too. I don't know. I mean, Anna, you were there. I know cotton candy is your daughter's favorite, but I forgot what you had gotten, and I forgot what Justin got as well. Straight up vanilla is delicious too. Just plain vanilla is a solid top five. So let's not put them in any order. We'll go party. You have party cake, the vanilla bean, gingerbread. I would have to dial in the pumpkin and the eggnog chip. Eggnog chip, yeah. That's some solid stuff. Although massive kudos to the cornbread and jam ice cream, cornbread and jelly, or I don't know if it was raspberry or grape jam. I'm not even sure what it was. Enormous props to that. That got huge flair. That got huge response. 5 stars across the board from everybody, saying it's like one of the best ice creams they've ever had. So I'm sure that will be on the menu for 2023. And we'll see what interesting flavors Ralph comes up with for 2023. So stay tuned. Again, 908-272-3000 is the phone number, 22 North Avenue West in historic Cranford, New Jersey. Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery.com is the website. So please head on over and get ice cream again for just only for just another 10 days or so here this morning. Let's go back to our banners, the brand. Let's see here now. What do we want to do? Let's see. Give me a minute. I'm gonna just take care of one thing real quick. I'm gonna put the map back up again. And where are you, map? Dial that in, and I'll give you some music here. I will be back in events. Sliding this up here as that banner is kind of stiff shot. So we'll be back in just a moment. Right back. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. Just had to take care of something very quickly. So, all right. So we are at 9:02 now. So where were we? This show has been all. I feel like we've been literally off the rails for the last hour. It's been just all over the place, and I feel like do the show for a couple of days, and it's just wow. Okay, so where were we? I digress. We were doing our sponsors here this morning. Maybe we'll go a little bit later. Maybe we'll hang on till 9:30. want to just, I'm kind of curious to see what the viewership is here after 9 o'clock to see how many people are dialing us up. The Shaved Cave is our second sponsor here, 1471 Raritan Road, Clark, New Jersey, 908-325-6283. Head on over to the Shaved Cave for best haircuts, manly grooming needs, hot towel shaves, kind of the whole deal there at the Shaved Cave. Again, 1471 Raritan Road, Clark, New Jersey, 908-325-6283 is the phone number. So certainly dial them up and give Omar or Alex a call. He's the owner, proprietor of the Shaved Cave in their, I guess, really their third season here. They've got a great feel to the shop. It's a modern shop with a kind of classic barbershop kind of feel to it. Kind of, what you talk about in the barbershop stays in the barbershop kind of a situation. They got the TVs where you can watch the games. They're big sports fans, and it's really a cool vibe in there in the Shaved Cave. Nicely done by Alex, and again, Omar is my guy there. So again, 1471 Raritan Road in Clark, 908-325-6283. Give them a call, conveniently located off the Garden State Parkway, between exits 135 and 16. All right, so we also have our friend over at Maxim Motor Cars. Unfortunately, I don't have his slate made. I have to 973-620-9060, Maxim Motor Cars in beautiful Dover, New Jersey, in Morris County, West Clinton Street, which is really Route 15, 303, Unit C. Looking for an affordable, quality used vehicle, this is the place to go. He's kind of thinning down the inventory just a bit. We got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars now. And actually, one of them was sold. 2 of them are sold. So he's down to 6 cars, at least what he has here on the list. Again, some of these higher mileage vehicles that are there, some may have some minor damage when it says accident reported, but not everyone can afford a $45,000 vehicle, and that's about what the average price is now, closer, a little over 40,000. For a new vehicle, which is kind of nuts. But, if you're looking for a station car, an A to B car, this is the place to go. Nick and his father, Anthony, they handpick all these vehicles themselves. They're all worked on by licensed mechanics. So definitely give them a call if you're looking for your next used vehicle, 973-620-9060. Again, ask for Nick or Anthony. All right, and last but certainly not least is where is it? Last but not least is our good friend Darley Newman and Trials with Darley. Go to our website, darley-newman.com, for more information. Season 10 drops in January. PBS Create, Amazon Prime, Wonder Motivation TV's Journey. Definitely check that program out. One of the best travel programs on the air today. And you really get what's the big theme of Darley shows is the locality of it, as far as finding a local to show, where the best places to eat, drink, a lot of adventure stuff. Let's say she got started with equitrekking. That was her first series, traveling the world by horseback. So very adventurous, a lot of biking, hiking, climbing mountains and so forth, and rock climbing walls and all kinds of fun stuff, kayaking and boating and bicycling. So lots of fun activities. And again, learning a lot from the locals, whatever destination that she ends up in. And also you get a nice history lesson as well for a lot of the things, a lot of the places that she travels to, which is really, really fun. These are just some of the photos here from season 10. That was in Santa Fe, I believe, and this is in Turkey. Lots of fun stuff there. This is at one of the local taverns. Again, finds these wonderful places, a lot of microbrewery type places that she finds. So again, you can find our show here on PBS Create, Amazon Prime, Wondrim, and Ovation TV's Journey. And again, coming to a local PBS station near you in January is season 10. Once again, we have, you know, we agree that we need to get together and do an interview, and we're just trying to put that together, the timing of all of it. So there will definitely be an interview, sit down interview with Darlie, talking about the show, how she got started, her background, more about her and more about the program. And then we're going to get a nice preview of season 10 of all the fun destinations that she was in. We kind of were, we kind of have been following her travels here over the summer when she was filming all of this, and now it's coming to fruition to show you the final product, the on-air product. And again, we'll even get into some of the actual nuts and bolts of how the show is shot, how it's produced, and so forth. We'll talk about her staff and her crew and just the travel itself. We'll get into all of that in our sit-down interview. But again, thank Darlie for sponsoring the Tri-State Traffic Show. Okay, now, so we will go back to our action here. The 2909. We're kind of in quasi ET time, extended time. Still have, let's just run down the issues here in New Jersey. So, northbound express lanes, the left lane is shut. Water main break east on Route 3, out by the Meadowlands. Need to look for that. A water main break that's still being worked on. Let's go to New York now. Sprain approaching 287. Now that accident's on the shoulder. Broken down vehicle on 684 shoulder. Sprain, another broken down vehicle. Korean Veterans Memorial Parkway. Pothole repairs in Staten Island. And the Southern State Parkway westbound at Eagle Ave, right in center, and the exit ramp is shut. So they've kind of making things a little bit easier now by opening the far left lane. Let's see where we are. You see here again, left lane is shut. Really, be interesting if there's a way they could get some infrastructure money or something in one of these bills that they have out there. Maybe just replace that whole Eagle Avenue overpass, make it higher, just in the chance that something happens. I don't know. I don't know what you can do. Traffic's almost worse now that they opened up the left lane than when we had the two lanes. Then when we had everything shut. I'll get that right. Pretty hefty delay there. East is, a ton of rubbernecking delays here at 17, 18, 16. So that's one of the biggest issues I think I see here throughout the entire area. Verrazano just doesn't seem to ease out in any capacity. This northbound side of the Turnpike's Western Spur, they got roadwork set up? Really? Motor cars. We're gonna go here. We're gonna go there. We're gonna close up. Well, let's just refresh this. Let's see what we're dealing with. 40 minutes at the George. About 40 at the Lincoln George. The Holland is about 20. We gotta go here. Turnpike. Again, you're getting into that mid-morning hour where road work will be a factor. No question about that. Let's go to the Western Spur. We'll see if any of these cameras even work. That's love these toll plaza cameras. I have no clue why. I mean, literally the amount of times I get the reason why, because it's connectivity, that situation, but you can see northbound is jacked here. Looks like about 2.5 miles south of 16W. Looks like there is road work there. Can't see it, but this western spur, cameras are all dialed out too. So go with the eastern spur instead. And man, that has got traffic backed up all the way to 14. Wow. Highway, they're saying there's a crash now too. Let's bring that in. Let's see what we see. She's just exploding today, just like literally just falling apart at the seams here. Third Avenue. If there was an accident, that's where it should have been, but I don't see anything. Kind of, backed up out through the Rock Prudential Center. Still a lot of extra traffic out here for this mid-morning hour. I'm not sure why. Oh, looks like we have a crash here on 78 getting into 41. Yeah. Crash there at 41. So look for that. On it. So yeah, 78. All lanes closed. Ooh, that's bad. West on 78, west of 41. Everything is shut. This is only going to get worse before it gets better. South Jersey, we're still good. Well, now it looks like here on the AC Expressway, the westbound expressway here, got some road work just south of the 42 merge. 95, that's crowded now, both ways here. Looks like we got a crash. So let's see if we can bring that into the conversation. 295 at Route 30. It's right in here. No, that's actually Route 70. Devon Avenue. It's in there somewhere. Well, I'm thinking maybe south. South of exit 29. Okay. Burlington County. We got that. I know. Chemung. I know. Washington. Okay. So Atlantic, Cape May counties were all moving fine. Northwest section of the state is good. Again, it could be a little bit slippery out there, so be careful. Along 23, 94, Vernon, Hamburg, Old Hamburg, Vernon Stockton Road, Sand Hill Road. There we go. All right, friends. I think we are going to wrap it up here for the morning. Let me bring myself back on camera. Yes. Oh, no, we're not having an earthquake. How does the actual picture look to you? Does it look more natural? I feel like I did change a couple settings um with the actual camera early last week. I don't know whoever's left here with us if you can just quickly post up a comment. Does it look better? I feel like the eye doctor, better one or better two? I don't know how much I can really well, maybe I can. I don't know if I can. Let's see. Yeah, there's not a whole lot you can. I feel like a little. It's a little washed out, but we can adjust. Really, let's see. I know I'm freezing, but let's see if this does anything for us in real time. It's a little better. It's a little more. It's not as washed out. Definitely not as washed out as it has been. Bring up the contrast just a little bit more. Let's see what happens. Um, the lighting is definitely uniform. I feel like there's no way to add a little more color to add some more reds or something. A little bit more conducive here, or at least my shirt to give it a little more flair. Let's see. Not by much. Didn't do a whole lot. It didn't do a whole lot. So let's bring up the saturation a lot. I think that's a little bit too much red. Too much red. Dial. Whoa, that's way. Whoa. 51, I think, is about where we want to be. Let's see what 60 looks like. 60 is not terrible. It looks my face red though. Let's go 57. 56. Yeah, I think 56 is good. 56 is fairly consistent. Bring up the exposure a little bit. Whoa, that's way too much. 20% is good. Yeah. Let's see. Bring up the contrast a little bit. Let's see what that does. Apologize for this, but this is the only way I can see it is in real time. Yeah, it's not terrible. Bring up the brightness as well. Yeah. Bring up the sharpness just a bit. I don't think that looks terrible. The contrast skosh. Let's see what this does. Yeah, I think that doesn't look bad. I think we'll leave that for now. Anyway, out of that. Anyway, so we thank you so much for dialing us in here this morning. Thanks for joining us, Anna, Alexandra, and Connor on the line. Again, we will be back tomorrow morning at 7 to go ahead and take you through the morning commute. Once again, I feel like I don't know. I don't like the way this kind of looks. I have to look back at some of the other videos. I feel like it's too dark now. There's not enough light up in this area over here, side of my head. But sure. Anyway, sorry for all this, but this is the only way I get a chance to see it is in real time as we're doing it now. So, all right. So we thank everybody. You thank all of our sponsors here this morning. Thank all of you for joining us. Have a wonderful Wednesday, friends. Definitely drive safely. Be careful. Maybe still some icy patches out there. And again, trying to avoid Route 3 for the time being up by the Meadowlands with that water main break and the westbound Southern at Eagle Avenue. Even though the left lane is open, it is still very heavy with that tractor trailer striking the overpass. Those are really two of the big issues in the tri-state. All right, so a wonderful Wednesday, and we'll see you tomorrow, everybody.